What's up, Fragrant World? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. My name is Justin Copeland, and I'm once again joined by the indefatigable, phenomenal human herself,
Grace.
This is Grace. And we are back kind of by popular demand because we're doing a second installment of a video we did, I don't know, maybe a couple months ago at this point that you guys seem to really enjoy. And we shared with you 5 fragrances from my collection that Grace historically has really enjoyed when I've worn them. In theory, there's just many more of these to come if you want, because we got a lot of fragrances to work with.
And they all smell so great.
Many of them do, that is the hope. And we have 5 more, we just handpicked them. Each one of these, there might be a specific association with, or just in general, Grace has expressed over time, like, I really like how that smells. So she just wants to share her favorites with you. And obviously you can take it as recommendation if you want, but no pressure.
And we didn't rank them because they're all amazing. They all smell really, really good, yeah. And they're all different.
They're all quite different. So let's dive right in.
Let's do it.
So we'll start with the most recent one. This is one we talked about most recently in our last video, which you can check out here. And we did 7 of some of my freshest fragrances and had Grace rank them. And this, I believe, was number 2, if I'm not mistaken. Let me show you what it is first before. This is From The Marley, Sedley. And this might be currently my favorite from the brand in terms of the ones that I own, which is saying a lot. How would you describe Sedley? What is it about this?
This is so great.
It really is. What are some adjectives you would use? It doesn't have to be fragrance related. How would you describe this scent in terms of like how it makes you feel?
It's really sexy.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It is. It's fresh, but it's also very spicy.
Yeah, there's like a muskiness in there. It's sweet, kind of fruity almost. I wore it the other night, and you gave me several reminders through the night that it indeed smelled good.
I really liked it.
It's good stuff.
It has such it's classy.
Yeah.
Like so much from this house, but it is very seductive, I would say.
I agree.
Yeah.
It leaves a nice cloud in the air. The sillage is kind of intoxicating, even for a fresh scent. Again, there's something in there, something special. I've been wearing it a lot. Put quite a dent in this bottle. Gonna keep putting a dent in this bottle. So that's our first one up here.
Don't hold back.
From the Marley Sedley. There will be links down below where you can at least sample it, so check it out. Do it. All right, next one up here. This is one I haven't talked about on the channel in a while, I think. But this is a beautiful fragrance from an indie brand or niche brand, however you want to think of it, known as Inika. And I believe they're based out of the Bay Area in California. Once again, it doesn't care about the bottle. That's fine. And I think you do kind of remember smelling this on me, but again, it's been a while. But tell us about it.
I remember, yeah, you wore this. Wow.
Right?
It's
kind of a wow scent. I find it very calming, but at the same time, it's attention getting.
Yeah.
How would you describe it?
It's really warm. Maybe even a little bit like resinous in a way.
Yeah, I believe so.
A little sweet, kind of spicy, like almost maybe like cardamom or...
There is this definite spice in there.
Something,
I think
I'm not sure what it is.
It's coriander.
Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely a spice. Yeah, this one, it's like almost fresh and aromatic. Maybe from the spice, there's some orange blossom in there.
Yeah.
For sure. There's also some tobacco, which is, it's kind of a soft tobacco. Beeswax is also quite prominent. If it has that kind of honey-like, as you said, resinous quality, I think the beeswax is to blame, but in the best way. And it dries down to some like vanilla, some tonka bean, some amber.
I noticed this when you had just received it, I think, and you were wearing it.
Yes.
And I was really taken by it.
Yeah, it's really, really beautiful. I mean, it's meant to depict Ineke, who's the perfumer and owner of the brand, like her time while she was in perfumery school And she would go to this cafe to study, and she'd have her latte there, and it was just like, it's capturing that atmosphere. It's, again, calming and relaxing, but there's something very attractive about it. It's kind of refined in a way. So once again, that is Field Notes from Paris. Probably their most well-known from the brand. Definitely worth checking out. Next one up. I've really been hyping this fragrance ever since I got my hands on it. My good friend Frederick is the one who introduced this to me and actually gifted me this bottle.
Thank you, Frederick.
Thank you, Frederick. And it blew me away. And no one was really talking. I mean, I'm not the first one to talk about it. This is Ganymede, but I really just started gushing about this on my channel, and I think a lot of you have tried it since. And you seem to share the same feeling. Very unique scent, but there's something about it that's very appealing.
Yeah.
What is it about Ganymede that you enjoy?
So different. It's so fresh. Lots of citrus, but it is not usual.
Yeah, you know.
And it sticks around.
That's the thing. It's unusually powerful for a fresh scent.
Yeah.
For me, it's a fresh fragrance that is not necessarily bright.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To me, when I smell this, I get leather interior of like a brand new luxury car.
Yep.
That's
totally.
kind of what I get.
Yeah.
And there's a freshness to that, but it's not like bright, citrusy, sunny
That's
day.
exactly what this smells
Yeah.
like.
These mineral notes, there's immortelle, there's maybe some violet leaf. It smells kind of metallic and cold in a way, but it's fresh, but there's almost this like savory quality in there from the immortelle. It's unusual, but there's something
Very
about it that
captivating.
it is. And as Grace said, not a slouch. This stuff will last, I mean,
All day.
and then some.
Yeah.
I remember spraying this on a shirt, and I hung that shirt up in the closet. It lasted weeks on that shirt, like I had just sprayed it. It does not quit. This stuff is, I mean, it kind of checks all the boxes. It's unique, but it's appealing. It's like definitely going to get you positive notices, and it lasts a long time. What else could you want?
Nothing.
I don't know. And it's not even that expensive for a niche scent. So I'm going to link to them down below. Again, this is Ganymede, named after Jupiter's largest moon, called Ganymede. And it kind of smells like that, I guess, but again, to me, it smells like a luxury car. So.
It was one of the first fragrances that I knew that Justin loved, and so I love it too for that reason.
Yeah, and every time I've worn it, yes, it is Ganymede. All right, so this next one, this is a special scent because
This is special.
this was one that really made an impression on you in our first like actual video together. And I think we kind of put it on the map in many ways, and people kind of went crazy and were trying to get it, and they couldn't find it, and they're messaging me, I can't find it. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know. This is Halfeti's Cedar from Penhaligons, one of their newest releases from last year. This stuff captured me when I first smelled it. I honestly did not think Grace would enjoy this when she blind sniffed it in that video, but I was wrong.
I love it.
And you like dissected it perfectly in that video.
This smells like everything you love about the holiday time to me.
Yeah.
Like it has a woodiness to it. It
Yes.
has some spices.
Yes. It's a little
Like
boozy.
yeah, it's boozy. It has some rum in it.
Yeah.
So you think about, I think Christmas, but whatever holiday with like those kind of nutmeg cloves and rum, and then that woody. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a little bit sweet.
Yes. Not too sweet, but the
But it
woodiness
just-
really kind of helps to offset the sweetness. It's quite dry, but also like, at least to my nose, almost a little resinous in a way.
Yeah.
It's not just totally dry woods and sweetness and booze. There's some like richness to it in a way.
I just love it so much.
It's beautiful.
We've both worn it.
Yeah, it is quite unisex, I would have to say. Some people would say it's masculine because of its intense woodiness. By no means the most intense woody scent I've ever smelled, but it is there, so you gotta like woods. Great for fall and winter, works beautiful as like a kind of a formal scent, I think, or even just anything where you want to just like make people feel welcome. This is a great way to do it. That is Penhaligons Halfeti Cedar. The last one here. Yeah, this is one that's really growing on me. I first had it in a decant form, and when I first smelled it, I was surprised. I was like, I like this more than I thought I would. And it was getting a lot of hate when it came out. So I was like, I was expecting to not be crazy about it, but I really enjoyed it. I wore it around you. The first time I wore it, you were, what is that? I told you what it was, and then I got a bottle, started wearing the bottle, and you did the same thing. Oh my gosh, what is that? And I was like, how is this really that good? This is Dior Homme 2020, the update. But really, this is a totally different fragrance. I was surprised you really enjoyed this. And each time I've worn it, you've had something good to say. It scored well when we did our Dior video.
Yeah.
I think it was in the top 3 or something. So what is it about this scent that you enjoy?
This does not smell designer to me.
Interesting. I see what you mean by that. It's not generic.
Yeah, it smells more complex.
And the thing is, I don't think it really is that complex.
I can't even totally identify what I'm even smelling.
There's some aroma chemicals in there, some elements that are not necessarily natural.
Yeah.
Isoe Super is one of them. That's a very well known and very commonly used aroma chemical. That's a woody facet, but some people say it's like sexy wet woods, which that could be what you want it to be, but it's like a woodiness that is not necessarily natural, but it just lingers, and it really kind of helps to bind a scent, and maybe even kind of helps it to be more fixative, so it actually will last longer.
It could be too,
well.
Just it on you,
or that, or that.
but I like it.
You know, to me, it's almost like it's fresh for sure, but it's not
Definitely fresh.
super citrusy. It's almost lemony in a way to me, but again, not bright and sour like you would imagine from a lemon itself. I think there's elemi resin, which can, I think, kind of have a lemony facet to it. There's some spice in there. And then you do, again, have woods. Isoe Super, you have cedar wood, maybe a little bit of patchouli. And you have something called cashmere wood, which is a synthetic compound created to smell like some kind of soft woody nuance, so it's a lot of woods, but it's fresh. Would you say it's sexy?
I think it's sexy.
But then there you go, mission accomplished, guys. That's Dior Homme 2020. I'm liking it more and more. I can appreciate it. You just cannot think of it in the same light as its predecessor, which is a completely different fragrance, completely from the ground up. So I can appreciate them both. I wear them in different situations, honestly. The original one is a little bit more formal. It has the iris in there, has this like leathery, chocolatey, fresh nuance. It's very, very different and unique and unusual. This is a little less unusual, but as you said, it's not generic. It really doesn't smell like everything else out there. So they struck the balance well. I'm liking it more and more. You can wear it.
Smells great on you.
I'm gonna keep wearing it then. Those are the 5 picks for this second installment. We would love to know any of these fragrances that we've mentioned. Have you tried them? And if so, how do you feel about them? Do you love them? Do you hate them? All is fair game.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, are you interested in trying one of these? Again, there's going to be links down below where you can at least sample all of these fragrances, get some new stuff on your radar, which is really great to do.
Thanks for giving us your 15 minutes or however long it's been. Honestly, if you are now still watching us, you should definitely subscribe because you've made it this far.
You've made it this far. If you made it this far, that means you have a desire to at least see us. But
and we definitely want to see you.
yes, exactly. And that implies that you want to make your life fresher. And you do that by joining the Fresh Squad. And you do that by subscribing.
It's so simple. You just click the button that says subscribe.
If you did like this video, please click that like button. It really does help so much. If you really hated it, click it 3 times. That'll really tell me that you don't like the video. I really appreciate that. Anyway, Grace, thanks for being here once again. It's always great to have your thoughts and opinions and feelings and emotions and philosophies and all of the above. Yeah. And we will see you guys in the next video. Take care.